Unless you think you can do it right. Want to do some rollbacks? That looked pretty nice. Same direction. That was not very nice.
Okay, let's watch this in slow motion. Here's the first stop, and the horse turns right, evidently without command, which means she never really got the horse stopped. And part of it was not a strong enough stop signal, not squeezing him in enough, probably not having to wait down and back enough. When this horse does stop and the body kind of goes forward, it kind of indicates that you're really not set back, preparing your body to sit into a stop. Once he starts making a turn, you need to correct him before he gets too far. Now here's the second one. It looks like he wants to turn again, but if you notice, she does pull him back to kind of get straight before he gets so far around. And that's the time, that's punishment. You need to pull a single rein to the left to keep him from going to the right. And you can see she does that when he just gets a little bit around. And he was stopping on the front end. What was going around was the back end was coming around, kind of still working too much on the front end because the back wasn't really getting stopped. There, the back end goes around. She pulls the head left, which is correct. You want to do that before it gets even noticeable. As soon as you feel a tendency, you need to pull it left enough that he never becomes unstraight. Okay, on a rollback, that looks very nice. If you notice, the horse was on the right lead. He throws his right back leg forward right at the last step, right there. He sits on it. Good, pretty good. Still could have had him stopped a little better before the turn, but he doesn't. He holds his back in still, and looks fairly decent. She was turned to the right, and the horse was on the right lead. He fell into it fairly naturally. Still pulling a little bit too much to direct on a direct rein, indicating a turn. Now on this second one, the horse is on the left lead, and you're turning right, and the back end never gets stopped. When the horse is on the opposite lead of the direction you want to go, it's harder for him to get his back end under him, more likely for him to hop around like that just to get his back feet placed where he can turn on his back end. So here he is coming on a left lead. What you want to really do is get him to change leads at least one stride before you're going to make that turn. So he's fumbling there with his feet because they weren't in the right position set up for a right turn. Once he gets them okay, he does sit down and turn around off his hind end. Here's kind of the same thing. This time it's a rollback to the left, but he goes over on the right lead. There he is on the right lead, and you want to turn left, and so he's fumbling with his feet. Finally, he gets them figured out and pushes off. Holding him, actually get him a better stop before these turns if they're on the wrong lead will help out also. when he's on the wrong lead, he's not as likely to become. If you're already starting your turn, it'll keep him up far.